Hello, dear students. I'm Miss Tania Poveda. Welcome to my class. This is Accounting 2. Remember that it's very important that you download this information on your computer so you can check it later or anytime, okay? Also, you can take notes, pause, rewind, and watch it as many times as you want, as you need, okay? Today, we're going to start with a new chapter, with a new unit. This is people and workplaces. Okay, we've been talking about money and salary and other important vocabulary words, and also definitions and differences, and a lot of interesting things for you and for your career. Well, today we're going to talk about people and workplaces. This is the first part. We're going to continue with this unit next week. And today we're going to check just a few words, important definitions, and we're going to end with an advice or a few advices for you to do at home or for workers, obviously in their workplace. Okay? Well, here we have these pictures that represent different environments in a workplace. So we have, for example, here in the middle, we have this person is walking apparently in the street, right? Because some people don't work necessarily in an office. Part of their job can be going out, visiting clients, going to meetings, having dinners or lunch. Yes, that's part of your work. So it's not necessarily sitting on a desk. Okay, let's go to the left here. This is other type of environment, or at least it represents someone arriving to one place and the other one is welcoming this person. I don't want to say that it's the receptionist because I don't know. Probably it's just a worker passing by and giving instructions or answering a question. But anyway, apparently it's in a hall or in the entry of a place. Here on the bottom, we have two people probably arriving to their workplace. Maybe the same one, apparently. On the right, we have like the typical environment. We have a desk, a computer, a chair, and well, people apparently are going to have a meeting. It's pretty much the same here on the bottom. So we have two people apparently having a meeting, or maybe she's just arriving to her new job and having instructions. I don't know. This is just a short representation of different environments because there are hundreds of places you can work in. Let's continue. Now this is going to be connected to the next slides. And I want you to start reading this picture from the bottom to the top. And let's start here. We're talking about labor. Labor is another way to say workers or workforce. I'm going to explain those definitions later, so don't hurry. Okay. So let's suppose that this is a factory business, production business. I can't tell what because I don't know. Okay, so we have, for example, manual workers. I don't know if you can see that they are working apparently producing something. I mean, apparently this is a line production. Okay, line production means that they produce things on a line, like in any factory, chocolate factory, shoes factory, etc. So these people are called manual workers. Other way to call them is blue-collar workers. Blue collar, like the color that the priests have in their necks is just an expression, okay? It's not because they are wearing something blue or a blue collar or necklace. No, it's just an expression. Because usually in factories, with the boom of factories in the 50s and 60s, people used to wear blue colors to get identified in the company. That's why. Okay, so again, these are manual workers or blue-collar workers, people here in the production line. Usually they have a supervisor. It means he's checking that everybody is okay, that they don't have difficulties, that they are working and focus on what they are doing. In case of a problem or in case of danger or in case of a trouble with a client or someone else, the supervisor is the responsible of this floor here. This is the shop floor. Okay? And it's not because they are buying and selling products, they call it shop. No. Usually when we learn the meaning of shop, it's like shopping mall. It's a place where you buy and sell products, but it's not only that. In this case, it's because it's a big place that you can use to produce something. Okay? Well, that's it on this shop floor. Let's continue to this middle floor or second floor. And now you see that here we have white collar workers. This is the way you call like the middle managers in a company. So you have on the top the managers and then on the bottom the blue collar workers. In the middle, you call them white collar workers. And that is because usually they use white shirts or blouses in the case of women. That's it. So have you seen in the movies, maybe in NASA movies, when you have all these people working on computers and sharing information, or maybe in Wall Street, when people are buying and selling shares? So usually they are wearing white shirts, and that's why they are called white collar workers, because they work in an office wearing a white shirt. Again, it's an expression, because for sure each of this person is responsible of something different and they have different names, maybe product managers, maybe vice directors. I can't tell you right now, we are going to study that later, but just for today, we're learning these expressions. Blue collar workers, white collar workers. And then on the top of this labor line, we have management floor. Management. Management means that they manage, that they are in charge of something. And last year we studied those expressions like in charge, handle, manage, okay? So we have CEO, Chief Executive Operator, Finance Manager, and my favorite one, Marketing Manager. There are other managers too, like trading manager, design manager. This is just a short explanation about the types of environments you can find in a workplace, okay? Remember that we are talking about workplaces and people. So you find all kind of people, all kind of workplaces. This is just an example. So in a factory, like in this picture, we might have management floor, white collar workers floor, and shop floor. You got it? Okay. Let's check some keywords. Actually, we don't have too many keywords today. We have this one, payroll, and it sounds similar in Spanish. I don't know if you have ever heard in your house someone talking about that they have to sign the roll when they receive their salary. Well, the word in English for this is payroll. So here in Ecuador, you receive your money at the end of the month. That's pretty normal. Sometimes every 15 days. So every time you receive your money, you have to go to the accountant office and sign the payroll. So that's like the evidence that you received your money and that they gave it to you. That's it. Very simple, right? So that's payroll. That's it. It's a document that, as you can see in the picture, it's going to detail how much money you're receiving and why and what for. Well, actually, not what for, but why. So if you work at extra hours, or maybe you didn't work for a few days, or if you ask some extra money, like in advance, etc. So this picture here represents that. And here on the left, you probably can read something like time in, time out, breaks, extra hours, etc. Okay, so that's the first keyword. And then we start with a set of words that they are going to be really connected to workers. Okay, so we have employees. Repeat after me, that would be good. Employees. It's here on the right, here on the bottom. Employees. So I chose this picture because you can see all kind of employees. And actually, I like that they are smiling, so they're probably happy with their jobs. Okay? Next word, it's personal. And pay attention on the spelling, because some people confuse this with personal. And personal is not the same. Personal is an adjective. Like, I have my personal cell phone. It's not for work. But when we're talking about workers, we're talking about personnel. And here we have the personnel of what kind of institution? Is this the personnel of a school? Is this the personnel of a minister? Is this the personnel of a hospital? Yes, animal or animals hospital personnel, right? So these people together, each worker together, are going to be called personnel. And it sounds a little bit similar in Spanish, so I know it's going to be easy, really easy for you. So personal. Again, pay attention on the spelling, double N-E-L, personal. Repeat, personal. Okay, good. Thank you. Staff. I chose this picture because it's very common to see this in concerts or public events when you're watching TV maybe on, and you watch maybe these presentations of famous people and they have like staff. It's similar than personnel. So this is a hospital personnel and probably they are a concert staff. So one question, can I say hospital staff? Can I say hospital staff? Yes, it's the team of a hospital. And in this case, they are a team of these Black Martini events. So can I say Black Martini events personnel? Not the staff, but personnel. Black Martini events personnel. Yes, you can say that because you are saying you are part of a team. You are members of this Black Martini events team. Okay, this one you already know, but I like to repeat it, especially because when I was looking for pictures that show workers, this one show up and I love it because you can see all kind of workers, like in different environments and different workplaces. So you easily can identify at least two, probably firefighter, probably, I don't know, an economist, a teacher. This one I'm guessing. Maybe a doctor, a nurse, pilot, maybe telephone receptionist. I don't know, I'm guessing. Builder, lawyer. So as you can see, you can consider workers all kind of professions. All people together in an institution is called workforce. Workforce. And if you check this word in Spanish, you are going to know it really easy what this is. And you will identify really fast. As you can see here in the picture, it's an explanation why is it important? Why workforce is important? What will happen if I delete one member or two members or all the members under the head? It's not going to work right. Let's suppose that this is a body. This is the head, the body, arms, and legs. What happens if I cut an arm here? What do you think that might happen if I cut the arms? It's going to be difficult, right? What happens if I cut legs? You see, it's the same in a company. You have a team, like in this case, everybody working together and doing their job, and suddenly one member or two members just disappear. Company is not going to work good. They're going to keep working, but it's not going to be the same because everybody has a responsibility and everybody is really important in a business. Everybody matters everywhere in this world, in your house, at school, and at work. Okay? Next word is management. As I explained in the beginning, it's the noun for the verb manage. You probably know the word manager better. So management is like, it's other way to say business. Similar, not exactly the same. And here around management, you have all the words that can be connected to management. Company, accomplish, manager, jobs, companies, policy, motivate, goals, etc., etc. You take some time to pause the video and read them all. So knowing all those words, now you can easily understand this. Employees and management says, the people who work for a company, all the people on its payroll are employees, personnel, staff, workers, or workforce. As I told you before, It's like everybody working in a company can be considered workforce. But these words can mean just the people carrying out the work of a company rather than those leading it and organizing the management. So people leading the company are in charge of the management, and people on the payroll are employees, personnel, staff, workers, or workforce. That easy. I told you today we didn't have too many words, but those are really important words. And finally, let's check some different kinds of workplaces. And it would be really nice that now that you are young and have a lot of information in your hands, on your phones or computers, you can check more about this. But I'm going to show you 4 types of workplaces. There are more than 4, of course, but this is like a general view, so you can consider this for your careers, since you're in an accounting career. So one is one big community. This kind of workplace is one that radiates an all for one for all, as you can see in the picture, one for all spirit. That's founded by trust, teamwork, and peer-to-peer loyalty. Of course, clients matter, but this kind of office elevates the needs of their employees more. Their formula for success starts and ends with what's right for their people. Okay? So that's one big community workplace. Constellations, and this is probably the most common ones. These are the kinds of organizations who are made up of competitive professionals whose basis of success comes from their personal goals. The ideology is sink or swim, and though it seems like quite a rough environment, it works for some organizations such as investment banks and hedge funds, as well as law firms and tech titans. In workplaces such as these, individual achievements are what keeps the company afloat. Okay, so different than the other one that was all for one for all, this one is sink or swim. Okay, more than a company. In this kind of environment, workers worry less about their respective happiness or individual success and focus more on the collective impact they create. These workplaces carry a certain modest quality within them, a willingness to make sacrifices and go to extraordinary lengths to keep their promises to both their customers and partners with a mission-first spirit. Their team does whatever it takes to get the job done. So they work as a team, everybody. I like this way of working. Everybody's working together for a goal. And finally, in this case, I would like you to watch the picture first. So he's Bo Burlingham, as you can see here in this book. He's the writer of this book, Small Giants. And you've probably heard about this expression. In Spanish, we use it a lot. Great things in small packages. And here it says certain individuals, whether motivated by a sense of mission or a quench for individual achievement, are at their best condition within environments that are easy to navigate, those that have few obstacles standing in between ideas and action, where urgency defines the pace of life. Entrepreneurship guru Bo Burlingham's business classic Small Giants, companies that choose to be great instead of big, captures the spirit of this kind of workplace perfectly. a space where human scale matters more over massive revenue and big market shares. So that's what happens sometimes when you start a business, which is probably small, but you feel great and you're doing a great job. You are happy and people around you are happy. So that's what matters, that you're doing a great job. You have happy clients, you're making money, you're doing the job of your dreams. So great things in small packages. Now, as I told you in the beginning of the video, I'm going to show you other video that is going to give you some tips how to take care of your back when you work at a desk. Yes, I know it says a back, talking about a part of the body, but I wanted to use it like to protect yourself, like a backup plan. So it's not only about the back. Actually, it's about the COVID-19, because right now it's really important to consider some tips to improve or to keep taking care of ourselves. It could be on a desk, it could be in an office, in the street. In this case, it's at your workplace. So let's watch the video.
Preventing COVID-19 in your workplace or while teleworking. There are several things you can do to protect yourself and others from COVID-19 in your workplace, whether you are at your work site or teleworking at home. Follow distancing measures issued for your location and stay informed through information from trusted sources, such as WHO and your local health authority. Stay at home and avoid direct contact with anyone if you feel unwell or even have a mild cough. This will help protect your colleagues at work and your family members at home. If you are feeling well and need to go to work, you can reduce your risk of catching the virus by avoiding crowded public transport. If possible, go by bike or walk. Otherwise, if possible, discuss with your supervisor if you can work from home. At work or at home, if you can, use the stairs instead of elevators. Avoid using your hands to touch common objects like elevator buttons, door handles, or staircase railings. If you work in an office, create distance-based meetings either through video conferencing or by maintaining at least 1 meter space between people in the same room. If you work in contact with the public, stay at least 1 meter away from others as much as you can. After commuting to and from work and throughout the day, clean your hands frequently and thoroughly. Avoid touching your eyes, mouth, and nose. Ventilate your workplace regularly, keeping the windows open if possible. Make sure tables, door handles, and other frequently touched surfaces are disinfected regularly. Avoid crowded places and unnecessary public activities. Find no-contact ways to greet your colleagues and express affection to your friends and family. While maintaining physical distance, stay social. Contact your family and colleagues regularly to check how they are coping. Remember to seek ways to stay active and positive. Stay healthy, and let's all prevent the spread of COVID-19.
Okay, that's it for today. And I hope that the last part of this video you share it at home with your parents and your friends, and you personally use it too. So remember to take care of yourself and your family and the people you love. Thank you very much. See you next week. Bye-bye.